What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Early Stoppage MMA. It's been a while. It's been a long road.
It has been.
We have some fights to cover here, though. We have Imavov versus Baralho in Paris. Are you? How do you feel about this card overall? Like out of a 10, what are you giving it?
It's fine. Honestly, for a fight night, it's not bad at all. But it is weaker for a location fight night, I guess, if that makes sense.
I think that there's a lot riding on, ironically, the Brazilian dudes here. I think that they're kind of juicing the fighting nerds.
Yeah, it's the fighting nerds versus the French. It's interesting.
It's somewhat of, a new world war, if you think about it that way.
I hadn't thought about it that way, but that's good.
But yeah. So we're gonna jump through the early card here. Shauna Bannon, Sam Hughes. I might be the only person in the world that cares about this fight. I'm picking Shauna Bannon.
What's your reasoning?
Sam Hughes looks good though. No reasoning. Just I like Shauna Bannon. She's cool.
I am picking Sam Hughes.
Bad.
I am. I just think that Shauna Bannon hasn't looked super impressive, and Sam Hughes has looked okay.
Sam Hughes does look good. I won't lie. Sam Hughes does look good.
Yeah, and she's just I think she's more well-rounded, and I think that'll pay off, especially against someone like Shauna Bannon, because Shauna Bannon just in moments has weaknesses if she's not basically kickboxing. So
yeah, okay. Well, we're opposites there. That's always fun. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Yep.
Brad Tavares versus Robert Brezek.
It's true.
I might have butchered that one.
That's okay. I don't know how easy it is to say, but
I will not pick Brad Tavares ever.
I was literally going to say the same thing. I'm not picking Brad Tavares just because I'm not picking Brad Tavares. I don't have a huge reason to pick Robert, but I mean,
Bobby, you picking Bob?
Yeah, I'm going to pick him.
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
I also am. You want me to just keep going here? Or?
Yeah, let's roll to the next one. Andreas Gustafsson versus Rinat Fakhretdinov. Who do you have in this? This is exciting. I think this is probably going to be a good fight.
This is a fun one.
Yeah.
I am excited about this one, and I've been thinking a lot about it. I'm taking Rinat.
Really? I thought you were going to pick Gustafsson.
I've been back and forth, but I'm picking Rinat. I think that it's just kind of, I'm not overthinking it. When I was overthinking it, I ended up picking Gustafsson, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Rinat looked really solid in his last couple fights when he fought Carlos Leal. I'm pretty sure, I'm not mistaken, that was a robbery though, so I lied.
Yeah, I mean he won and shouldn't have, but at the same time, who knows? Sometimes people just have a bad day. Other than that fight, Rinat has looked pretty good. I don't know if he's a rankings worthy kind of contender, but I do think he's really good, and I don't think we've seen enough from Gustafsson to pick him, I guess.
So you're picking Rinat.
I am also picking Rinat. I think Renat's probably going to get it done.
Okay, well, I'm going to pick Gustafsson then, just to be different.
Okay.
yeah.
Part of it's just the unknown of the matchup. Like, we don't know what we don't know surrounding Gustafsson.
Fun, and he's cool.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to pit stop here before we get to this Tybura fight, if that's okay, with Sam Patterson, Trey Waters.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. This is... I don't know why is this just going to be a fairly high-level kickboxing fight at 70 with two tall, lengthy dudes at 70? It's going to be fun. I don't know if you've thought about this fight, to be honest with you.
I really have not at all. I'm picking Sam Patterson just because I've seen more from him than I have Trey Waters. So
Trey Waters is so incredibly inactive that it's kind of crazy.
That is kind of the thing too for me.
So yeah, I actually watched him win the belt at LFA, and then turn around 2 weeks later and beat up a dude in his debut, and then didn't fight for a year, and then hasn't fought for like 18 months since then. Yeah. So
really weird situation. So. I think Patterson will get it done if nothing else on activity alone might carry him
and then
here.
All of a sudden, and he's just showing up in Paris. But I'm going to take Trey Waters just because I have some history with him. We go way back.
Yeah, why not? Why not? So next on my screen is Reese McKee versus Alex Sola. I could not tell you a thing about this. I'm going to take the undefeated French guy in Axel
I think it's
Sola.
Axel.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Axel. Yeah, Axel Sola.
Yeah.
I'm picking him.
I'll take him. Yeah, I haven't thought about that to be frank.
Okay. All right.
But
This is your jam. Heavyweight MMA.
this is my jam. Let's go. Okay. Tybura versus Ante Delija. How do you say it? You know how to say it.
I think.
Liha. Okay. This is the most Marcin Tybura win I've seen, probably in a good while. I think where we left off in the channel was Tybura versus Parkin had just happened, and
yeah,
we know how that went. All right, so this is easy work for Tybura, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know what you think.
I think so too. Tybura is pretty well rounded. I mean, and he's older, but Deliha's 35. It's not like he's a spry young man at all.
No. I mean, it is heavyweight, granted.
Mm-hmm. I just think, and like Deliha had his moment on in the PFL, but it's just it is just not the same as the UFC.
No. And I think that you could put a 55-year-old Tybura in the PFL and he'd probably still win.
It's probably true. Tybura is just a jack of all trades. He's just good at. He's just very competent at everything.
Tybura would be so much more popular, I think, if you put him in the PFL, just because he would win every fight. Yeah, I think every fight in the PFL is a Tybura win.
100%.
I think that's a good way of describing it.
Yeah, I agree. Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right, Umar Sy versus Brenson Ribeiro. Who do you got here?
I'm taking the Frenchman.
Umar. Gonna take the Frenchman. He's looked in his last fight. He lost. And it was one of those things. I think he met his match. I don't think this dude is going to be amazing by any means. He's just kind of another light heavyweight guy.
Yeah.
But he's fairly athletic, which is a bonus. So I think that'll probably carry him pretty far. Yeah. I think he's good.
Well, dude,
and he's young.
Come on,
they're both young.
He ran into the killer, the absolute killer of Alonzo Menifield. Come on. That's an understandable loss. Alonzo Menifield, that is also, to be fair, the most like Alonzo Menifield win I think I've seen.
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot easier. It's a lot harder to fight Alonzo Menifield when he doesn't just sprint straight at you with his hands down. So
that is true.
I'm willing to give that to Sy.
Yeah, no, I think this will be fun though. I really do think this will be a kind of a fun fight, maybe a technical fight.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. All right, so who do you have in William Gomez versus Robert Ruchala?
Yeah,
there's a lot of these fights where somebody is making their debut from the Contender Series or like a recent signing, and I just have no recollection of how good they are.
I do not know who Robert Ruchala is.
He was a KSW champion.
He was KSW champion. Okay.
Yep. Signed straight from there. So.
Okay, straight from I mean, Gomez has been okay. He lost to Hyder Emil, but Hyder Emil is I would say pretty good. Yeah. I've been very impressed with Hyder Emil.
Yeah. And he had that interesting split decision win against Joanderson Brito at last year's Paris fight.
Yeah. That was definitely maybe a little biased, possibly.
Overall, I think I'm going to pick him. William Gomez has shown that he's a very competent fighter, and I don't know enough about Robert to pick him. So
I don't know about Bob Ruchala either. So I'm not taking Ruchala, man. I'm taking Gomez.
I think that's fair. Cool. Should we move on to the main card?
Yes. Well, I do want to. I don't know. Is this on the main? I'm on Tapology. I know you're looking at UFC website here.
UFC website's very different. So
okay,
Pitbull is the first fight.
Okay, that's the one I wanted to talk about here with Chieta, right? Mm-hmm. Lucien Chieta, the double champ.
Yep,
double champ from Octagon.
That is correct.
Where are you going with this? I have a feeling I know where you're going, and I think I'm going opposite of
you. I think I don't know, because like Octagon is honestly a pretty good promotion outside the UFC, and
solid.
This dude has looked really good, but again, it is Octagon. However,
it is Octagon.
I think Patricio Pitbull's age is catching up to him. I think that he should be better than he is, considering where he is at right now in his career. I think that his last performance showed that he is good and he's UFC level and he's top 10 UFC level. But barely. I don't think he's top 5. I think we've learned that from the Yair Rodriguez fight. I could totally see this dude giving Pitbull problems, and I'm going to bank on Pitbull being on the decline, just in age. I think if Pitbull hit the UFC earlier, he honestly probably could have been top 5. I think he had potential. It's just too late for him. So he just looks slower. He's just not the same dude, unfortunately.
Dude, I guess I'm dirty casual in terms of lore of you. I thought you were going to pick Pitbull for sure.
No, I did. In your defense, I did pick him against Yair, and I picked him in his last fight to beat Ige, which he beat him. I thought he would beat him a lot better than he did, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I did too. So, the Ige fight, I mean, it could be a nod towards Ige of just being, Ige's tough. We all know that. But I'm taking Kieta here for sure.
Okay. We're on the same page. The dude seems to show promise.
Yeah. No, he definitely does. And I agree with you. The Pitbull is getting to that age now where it does matter, especially at 45.
100%.
Yeah, dude.
All respect to Pitbull.
But... Yeah. He's cool, I guess. I do think that he is one of the worst Bellator to UFC guys, though.
Yeah. I think a lot of that has to do with his age.
I think that's probably... Yeah. I think that's probably a fair assessment. I'm judging off of the now.
Yeah, it's hard with what we've seen.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Cool.
This is not 2015 anymore, Pitbull. Sorry, man.
Cool. You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, no, you just keep moving.
All right.
Do not know what is on the UFC website.
I think it has lined up now, but it's Fares ZM versus Kaue Fernandez. I think that's how that's said.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I believe that is correct.
Cool. Who you got this one?
I'm taking Ziam. I'm taking the Frenchman.
Nice. What's your reasoning?
It's in France.
That's fair. That's actually pretty valid.
That's actually the only reason. And he's looked solid. I mean, he's.
Yeah, I think
he's not that.
I think for Fares Ziam's looked pretty good. His head kick over Matt Frivola was fucking awesome, of course.
The head kick was
we're all still reeling
fun.
from that. He looked good against Mike Davis. He's just shown to be, again, a very competent dude. I think that the head kick was kind of a one-off situation, though, because he doesn't have a lot of KOs. So I think that he's going to be kind of this just lanky point fighter in essence. But I think that'll get him pretty far, honestly. He's looked pretty good.
Certainly can. Yeah. No, I kind of have the same feeling towards it, I suppose. Like at 55, he has a big frame for 55 for sure.
Yeah, he does.
Like being 6'1" at 55 is cool, and it's exactly what you're saying. I mean, he's gonna be a big kickboxer, technical, win fights, and not do anything crazy. A fair comparison, I think, would be like how we just saw Lerone Murphy get a spinning back elbow and be like, holy shit, this guy has pop, and then
he can knock people out.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah,
but he just doesn't.
Yep.
Which I get the idea of just playing it safe and getting the win.
Yeah, there's something to be said for it. It's a style.
Yeah. So that was Matt Frivola was his Lerone Murphy moment.
Yeah, it was. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, cool. I like that way.
I don't think I have much more to say about this fight. I think
I
think CM takes it. I really do.
We know what fights we're here for, man.
That's true.
We know what fights we're here for. Let's kick through these last couple and let's get to the meat and potatoes of Paris.
I like it. So Modestas Bukauskas versus Paul Craig. I am not picking Paul Craig. You are not going to catch me picking Paul Craig.
No. I am certainly not picking Paul Craig. Except I am.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, a little.
God.
I don't know why. This just seems like a Paul Craig win to me, bro. I'm picking purely off vibes on these last couple fights here.
Okay.
Except for like the main event, which I guess we'll get into that. But no, I'm picking Paul Craig, dude.
Okay.
This seems winnable for Paul.
Okay.
I really don't have an explanation.
Paul Craig flukes people. It's what he does.
Yeah, I think that this may possibly be the Paul Craig fluke.
The thing is, I think people have realized most of the time when he flukes people, it's because they get way over ambitious trying to finish him. And I think most people have learned that you can't do that with Paul Craig. You have to just back up and let him get back onto his feet, and then just beat the tar out of him. I just don't. I think people have figured him out. In Paul Craig's defense, his last 3 fights have been Brennan Allen, Caio Borralho, and Bo Nickel. So like tough competition. But I don't know, man.
Did you just say Bo Nickel's tough competition? This is progress in the Bo Nickel. All right. No, this is besides the point. We're moving on. No, this is fun though. I like these fights where it's almost obvious to go one way and then we don't.
Yeah.
Like at least what I'm doing here. It seems like it's a possibility for Paul Craig and he's coming back up to 205, correct?
That is correct.
He's dipping out on 85. He ran into the killers. He ran into the gauntlet down there.
Yep.
And he said, "Nah, man, I'm going back up to that shitty 205 division. Give me Jamal Hill."
Yeah. It's so much smarter for him to be at 205. I don't really know why he went down, but
to prove it to himself, I guess.
He's always been in a desperate position where he like is about to get cut and then has some like crazy win where he flukes a kick, like a submission, and then they sign him back for like 5 more fights.
Yeah. So. He's a staple at this point. I would not like the UFC without Paul Craig in it.
Damn, okay.
I don't really mean that, but it sounds good.
Okay. So final pick, Paul Craig.
Final pick, Paul Craig.
I'm going Bukowski.
Submission round 3.
Okay. All right, next one. Balaji Oki versus Mason Jones. Go on. What are you picking?
You're asking me first here?
Yeah, I actually do have a pick.
Do you have a confident pick?
Yeah, I do.
All right. I also have a fairly confident pick. I'm going to let you explain this one.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm taking Mason Jones.
I'm also taking Mason Jones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you explain this one.
Mason Jones has looked really good on his return to the UFC. He's just he's just a dog. His fight with Jeremy Stevens and some of his fights in Cage Warriors, like he has fucking gone through it. He's proved that he is better than he was when he left. And to be honest with you, he didn't look horrible when he left either. He just went back to Cage Warriors and just tore it up. I'm glad to see him back. And Oki's fine, but I do think Mason Jones is a bad style matchup because Mason Jones will bring it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my reasoning, honestly.
The Jeremy Stevens Mason Jones fight was sick, dude. That was on that Des Moines card with Corey and
it was.
So, dude, that was probably one of the best fight, probably the best fight on that card.
That was for sure.
It was a banger.
Oh, for sure.
It was a banger.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm gonna have a casual moment here. I don't know much about Balaji Oki.
I barely do either, and I've watched this man fight quite a few times. But I just, even with that, I'm still like, Mason Jones is much better. So
yeah, no, Mason Jones is living in my head from the Des Moines fight.
Yep,
I'm all in it.
Cool.
Finally, we reached the big gifts. This card is like Christmas, all right? You have to wake up, you have to figure it all out. You get your stocking, you're like, all right, what's in that big box?
I love this analogy, bro.
We're there. BSD for Mauricio Rufy. I think we're in agreement on this one. We're both kind of BSD haters. We're both kind of BSD haters.
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I just wanted to include that we don't like BSD around here because
we do think he's a bit overrated. But who are you picking? This is the real question.
Are you picking BSD? You're not picking BSD, bro.
I'm picking BSD.
No.
I was rewatching some fights, and BSD's got rest.
I was so confident in you. Who are you?
Listen. I want Rufy to win. I want Rufy to win bad.
Brother.
The problem is BSD
What's the
has
problem?
pretty
There's
good.
no problem here.
BSD has pretty good grappling, dude. He's been pretty dangerous. His last fight, he showed that he is dominant as shit. He just got fucked up by Moicano, which, okay.
Dude.
But Rufy's not going to do that to him, is the thing. Like, the Moicano's game plan, dominating him, is not going to be the same. And I think BSD is going to be able to
How did
Rufy.
BSD win this fight?
How do I think he wins?
Yes.
Decision. I think he continually just holds him down and smudges him, and we're all super excited for this absolute banger and war. And it turns out to just be this grinding, nasty, boring fight where BSD just holds Mauricio Rufy against the fence or takes him down over and over again. That's what I'm expecting.
Okay. I was not expecting what you just said to me.
I know. I literally, that happened today that I switched up.
The switch? Okay. Well, I'm not okay. I don't even really care that much about the fighting nerds. Yeah. Like I'm not, glazing fighting nerds or anything. As you'll see in my next pick, sneak peek here. I think Rufy is going to just piece up BSD. And I will even be as confident as to say that I've already seen this fight in my head a million times and I know how it ends.
I see it landing on Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit Saint-Denis is fucking tough, though. My thing is, dude, Mauricio Rufy's competition, the way he's not going to Bobby Green him. No way. No. But, like, that's my thing is, like, Mauricio Rufy's competition has not been that good. Straight up. It has not been that good. Benoit Saint-Denis arguably has better competition on his record. Thiago Santos, Gabriel Ishmael Bonfim, like, beating up or KOing Bobby Green at this point in his career is like big whoop. It was impressive. It was awesome, but like big whoop. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying here, but I truly believe. I think Ismail Bonfim loses to Rufy. I think Matt Favola definitely loses to Rufy. I think all these guys will lose to Rufy. Yeah, and I don't see BSD. I mean, and granted, anything's possible. The only fight that Rufy's lost is when he got TKO'd. Like, he can technically be caught. And when you have a flashy style like that and moving all around, you can totally be caught. Yeah. I don't see a world, bro, that Rufy loses this fight. I really don't want that to happen. I am also I don't like BSD because he said he was going to beat Poirier. Yeah. And look how that turned out.
So my thing is Benoit Saint-Denis, most people forget because he had 2 really good knockouts on the feet that he's a submission guy. Yeah. Literally most of his wins are submission.
That is true.
I don't think wrestlers are a good matchup for Rufy, and he hasn't really fought a competent wrestler, and BSD is a competent wrestler.
I don't think we've ever seen a game plan, though, of BSD, like, looking to wrestle. I feel like it's always kind of like chaotic exchange.
Well, that is his thing, because he gets in there and he pressures them, punches the shit out of them, gets them up against the fence, and then takes them down. And, like, that's how it works.
Bro, that was Kyle Prepolek.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, but he dominated.
And I don't know if you remember the odds on that. I'm pretty sure that BSD was like a minus 1,200 favorite. And Prepolek actually had him in some spots where it was like, oh no, this does not look good.
I think that's just a fight. That just happened. No one should ever be that big of a favorite.
I agree. But all right, well, I like it though. You know, we're opposite ends of the spectrum here.
It's true.
I'll be shocked at this next fight. I'll let you take this next fight. I'm kind of disappointed in you, to be honest. I'm not upset. I'm disappointed.
That's totally fair. With all the BSD hate we've done on this channel, or not even hate, but just like talking about how we feel that he's overrated. Okay. I just think he's a bad matchup for Rufy, to be completely honest with you.
I see your. I'm not.
However, Saint-Denis has Mount Rushmore head movement. So, like, I would not be surprised if Rufy just fucking smokes him with something. It could happen.
I'm telling you, heel kick, flying knee. He's up on the fence. He's hurt. Punch out for Rufy, and Herb Dean steps in and calls it.
Maybe.
Or it's probably not Herb Dean. It's probably, someone else. But
I hope so.
All right, let's get to the big box behind the tree.
Okay.
Imavov WILL. I'm taking Imavov. I'm not sugarcoating nothing.
Okay. What's your reason?
I think Borrello is extremely overrated, and I don't even like Imavov. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I don't like Imavov, but God dang it, that dude's so good, man. He's so good. Why is he that good? And I used to have the excuse of like, oh, he doesn't finish anybody. Like he just beats on people, and then he goes out and KOs Israel Adesanya. And then I'm not counting the Cannonier as a finish. I will not count that one as a finish. But he totally KO'd Israel Adesanya, and I have to give it to him. I have to, give him his props. And I see a lot of people picking Borrello. I just don't see it. I don't.
I'm with you. I'm also picking Imavov. I'm actually the opposite. I am an Imavov. I don't know if I'd say fan, but an appreciator. I think his striking is fucking nasty, bro. It's good. He hits
it's hard or not now.
Yeah, he hits hard as shit, and it just a lot of the people that he faces are just fucking tough as hell. I think more than anything, people criticize the Brendan Allen fight, but like for being a bad matchup for him, and with how high of a pace that fight was, I think he did fine, if not great. Pretty well.
Yeah.
The Cannonier fight, it's not his fault it was stopped early. Really? He was doing what he needed to do. I'm not going to fault him for that. But he had Cannonier
blaming him for it, but it just
hurt.
Sucks.
You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, and most of the fights Cannonier's in where he gets hurt like that, we know how they end up.
Dude, RoboCop. He was hurt in RoboCop too. We saw that in
it's true. I just think Imavov's a little better.
We've been here too long.
I think you're right. I think Borrello is a bit.
He's the favorite.
Here. I think Borrello is good. I will come out and say I think Borrello is good. I think it is crazy.
He's definitely like top.
Oh. No, you're good. It is crazy that the odds are so close because, his fight against Cannonier, it was impressive. It was good. When I went back and rewatched it, I was like, this was not the dominant beating I remembered it being outside of when he hurt Cannonier in the last round or fourth round or whatever it was. It was fairly just back and forth, and he was getting pieced up in moments by Cannonier, and Imavov will be taller with a longer range, and I think he has more power than Cannonier, if I'm being honest.
I agree with you. And like he finished Paul Craig, sick.
Cool.
He took Cannonier to decision, which granted, we're judging it. That's really the only common opponent they have is Jared Cannonier.
Yeah.
But then like other than that, all he's like, dude, okay, you beat up on Armin Petrosian and Michael Olszewski.
Yeah.
Like I'm really proud of you. A boost of Magomedov.
Yeah.
Like I get the hype and I understand the fighting nerd hype, but it's getting kind of blown out of proportion. I'm kind of getting irritated with it.
Yeah, I agree. The competition just hasn't even been close for the odds to be as close as they are on this fight. And that's not even to say that Borrello isn't good. I would pick Borrello to beat a lot of people. I don't see him beating Imavov, because Caio Borrello's and people will talk about Nasruddin Imavov's cardio, which I think is overblown. I think his cardio is fine, but people will talk about Borrello beating him in the cardio. Borrello looked tired as shit in the last 2 rounds of the Cannonier fight. So, like, I don't know if it's a fair comparison.
This is interesting. I like this card, to be honest. As we were talking through it and we're kind of breaking it down,
there's a lot of intrigue.
And we don't talk about fights like picks, at least, unless, like if we're making a video, we know we're making a video and we'll like be like, all right, let's save it for the video.
Yeah.
I am shocked about the BSD pick. There's a couple of fights that we are opposites on, which is always fun. Creates a little friendly competition while we're watching.
Very good. Yeah. Stay tuned for the end of the year when we go through and compare how many we got correct versus how many we got wrong and review our worst picks, because that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. There's going to be some bad picks for sure. We also are going to have to miss out on like 4 months of cards that we just kind of, we've been goofing off.
We can
make a video.
They'll have to trust us. I'll be honest about the ones I got wrong. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah. I've had some pretty good picks recently, honestly. I'm feeling pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
On these last couple cards. We can get into that.
Yeah.
But I've had my moments for sure.
For sure. I think that's it for the card though.
that's the whole Paris card, man.
All right. Thanks for
This
joining
is
us,
sweet.
everybody. This has been Early Stoppage MMA. We will see you in the next video. It will not be months in between. We can promise you that. We have something very, very special in the works. But we can't give any more away than that. So stay tuned. You want to sign us off?
Yeah. See you guys.
Peace.